What's good, folks? Welcome to the Afterthought here, and it's just my progress with the NFL season because every 5 games in this season, I just check up on my progress just to see how good I'm doing in my playoff predictions right now. And then I must say, there's been a lot of upsets over the past, let's say, 4 weeks as transparent. There's been a lot of teams, lower ranked teams, that have been giving L's to a lot of contending teams. So right now, I'm gonna just go down the line of each division and basically tell you what's going on right now and how good they're doing. And I'm gonna tell some of you who to put your money on. For a lot of you people who gamble, a lot of y'all want to make bets. I'm gonna tell you who to put your money on and who could be winning each, who has a chance to basically advance to postseason right now. So let's start off with the AFC North right now. Now I told a lot of y'all that the Steelers and the Ravens, the division is gonna come down to those two anyway. Okay, you know what I'm saying? The Steelers, yeah, they've I told y'all, man, the Steelers are the Steelers. Yeah, they're another team that be owning that division, but the Ravens actually has a chance to basically take it now. The Ravens have a much better team than they did last year. Excuse me. They picked up Brandon Carr in free agency. So they got some other pieces that they can pretty much use that could pretty much get them, get them to the playoffs. I told you it's gonna come down to these two teams, but the problem right now with Pittsburgh right now is now they're starting to have locker room problems. You also seen Big Ben and Antonio Brown just this other week. Antonio Brown, to me, is starting to become a real problem and a real distraction in the locker room. And even on the sideline, because you just can't throw a tantrum when you can't get your way. That's been the problem with ODB, Odell Beckham Jr. the last 2 seasons ago. Odell Beckham Jr.'s problem, he gets frustrated and he takes out the team. That can't happen when you're trying to get to a playoff. And Big Ben's problem is, like I said, maybe it's just his age. The man is 35 years old. And in the football world, when you're 35 years old, that's like age 50. So Big Ben, that time is starting to wear down on him. Father time is getting to him. He's already had a long career. He's won 2 Super Bowls. He's been in 3 already. But like I told y'all before, the Steelers may have to start over eventually. I think this is his last year. Because if the Steelers don't make the playoffs, y'all now know why. It's Big Ben's age, and then the Steelers' problem too is the defense, the secondary. The secondary gives up way too much points in the air. So that team acts like they can't cover. So that's a problem for them. Now, as far as in the case of Cincinnati and Cleveland, Todd Bowles and Marvin Lewis should never left. Hugh Jackson should still have kept his job in Cincinnati. Because honestly, the Bengals need to fire Marvin Lewis. It's time to go. If I'm the general manager of Cincinnati, if I'm the owner, I'm pulling the plug on Marvin Lewis immediately this season. Okay, the Bengals have to start over again. Now you see that. And it's not the GM's problem at all. It's none of the offensive coordinators. It's Marvin Lewis. Marvin Lewis has been there far enough, and he still has not won anything. So to me, it's time for him to go. Now Hugh Jackson, this is like it's like his first year in. We gotta give him more time. I think it's like his second year, the second season in. We gotta give him more time. The Browns, he has some nice draft picks. We gotta get the quarterback situation straightened up. Because DeShone Kizer, man, like I liked him in Notre Dame, but he's in the NFL. But to be honest with you, DeShone Kizer is not as exciting as some quarterbacks it may be. Like he's not a Andrew Luck, he's not RG3. He's not as exciting as Colin Kaepernick was. So like I said, we gotta give DeShone Kizer some time and see how he develops. But the Browns are Browns. I thought they'll get more wins than they thought, but it's a rebuilding team like they always are. So let's give Hugh Jackson some more time. But yeah, definitely looks like Baltimore might get that division. I know it's too early right now, but the Steelers don't get it together between Antonio Brown and see. Speaking of Antonio Brown, we seen what happened last year in the playoffs. Okay, the man got too cocky. They lost to New England, but this year, you gotta step up. Now, the Jaguars, okay, them signing Tom Coughlin as a GM is basically put this team on the right direction. The Jaguars are competitive right now. They're way better with Tom Coughlin in offense right now. Look for the Jaguars that might take this division away. Because the problem in Houston right now, J.J. Watt is once again out for the season. That's going to become a problem for Houston. Because Houston Texans barely got in last year. Even in Marcus Mariota was going through injuries right now. They barely got in. But Jacksonville right now with Tom Coughlin, being the GM and low-key doing backseat coaching, Look for this team to actually be making, a redemption year. Look for this team to rebound like Miami did last year and get to the playoffs because we're not used to seeing this team at all. The way they beat Pittsburgh shows you what time it is for them. Yeah, I told y'all, Steelers got a bad defense, but anytime Jacksonville is putting up 30 points and against a Pittsburgh Steelers team, that's a first. That normally never happens. And Houston, once again, they got to go with Jadeveon Clowney now. They're going to make Jadeveon Clowney their guy if they're going to have a chance to get into the playoffs. I know I had Houston getting out the AFC South, which is still possible at this point. Remember, J.J. Watt was injured last year and didn't play. And they still was able to get in. So to me, Jadeveon Clowney needs to be that next guy if they're going to get in. Tennessee still has a chance once Mariota gets back. DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry, they've been holding it down. But again, Matt Cassell, they need another good backup. They need to draft another quarterback immediately. Matt Cassell is just not going to do it for you at all. And like I said, the Colts are the Colts. Andrew Luck is still hurt right now. The Colts have to are in rebuild mode, basically. They got to get that team back going again. The Colts, before they could be a contending team, have a lot of things they need to adjust. So don't look for the Colts to be making it into a playoffs anytime soon. They're going to be tanking maybe this year and maybe the next year or so, depending on Andrew Luck's health. Now, of course, AFC East Patriots is Patriots. Okay, knowing Bill Belichick, he's not going to keep taking losses here and there. Okay, so yeah, the Carolina Panthers got them, man. And like I said, I give Cam Newton credit. The Panthers are the Panthers. Cam Newton is definitely a playmaker for this team, but New England is just trying to get together right now. Okay, like I said, there's some guys that are new, and like I said, man, New England never really had that good of a defense as far as secondary wise, but they make do with what they got. So, the Patriots are just getting together. I knew Buffalo was eventually going to not have the lead pretty soon. We're going to see how these two teams do because, again, I told y'all, New England, when it comes to New England, they basically own the AFC East. You know what I'm saying? Buffalo, Miami, and New York, they're not beating New England in the regular season at all. New England wins the majority of those meetings. That's why the Patriots will once again be making the playoffs this year. Now, the Bills, I give them a lot of credit. They're basically stepping up. They're playing a lot better. They're a lot better than what they looked like in the last, like 10, 15 seasons. But, of course, man, we got to see how Tyrone Taylor does, too. Like, the Bills got a defense. I give Bills that. They defensively, they're set. They're there. Now just the offense, okay? And even then, they didn't keep Sammy Watkins, which I would have kept Sammy Watkins. I don't know why they even traded Sammy. There was nothing wrong with Sammy. Sammy Watkins was a franchise receiver that they need. The only way the Bills will really be able to compete, they need more offensive weapons. They need more help offensively to give Tyrone Taylor some more people he can go to, especially against tougher defenses in this league. Jets, okay, Todd Bowles, like I said, once again, quarterback situation right now. That's their only problem right now because they got the defense, they got an offense. The team is not bad at all. Remember, Fitzpatrick got this team 10 wins, 2 seasons ago, okay? The problem with them is, like I said, again, they're rebuilding. They need a quarterback. If they get a decent quarterback right now, they'll be on the right track. They didn't keep Geno Smith at all. That's another thing, too. Geno Smith should still be on this Jets team because Geno Smith actually wasn't a problem. Geno Smith got injured and you want to bring him back. You didn't want to sign him to the money. He's gone, but still, man. This Jets, they need a quarterback. Todd Bowles needs to find a quality quarterback that could get this team back competitive again. That's really all they need. And the reason why the Dolphins are down there, let's say, Ryan Tannehill is out for the season. So, Dolphins got they got a decent team, but without Tannehill, they're not going to go any further. Now, the Chiefs, okay? This is the team that people need to put their money on right now. And not just me personally. This Chiefs team is hot. Andy Reid has a way of building and putting together good rosters right now. For some reason, the Chiefs is always a team nobody looks at. Nobody takes seriously at all. Yeah, they're in the playoffs. They're a contending team, but this is Andy Reid. Andy Reid has gotten to the Super Bowl before. Remember during his Philadelphia Eagle days, he went to three NFC championships in a row. The Chiefs are starting to look like the Eagles back in 2003, 2002, 2004, okay? He has that same team. Yeah, Alex Smith is not Donovan McNabb, but he has a lot of teams around him. Kareem Hunt is hot right now. He's on track to becoming Rookie of the Year like Ezekiel Elliott did last year. Chiefs, pound for pound, have the best running back they took in the draft. So that's worked out well. And this defense is already set. So, like I said, the Chiefs are the only team right now that's 5-0. This is the team everybody is basically has their eyes on right now. This is a team. If you want to put your money on the Chiefs. Now, yeah, Denver is going to pretty much catch them. Denver had a week to rest. Denver, the Broncos definitely going to be challenging this Kansas City team. So Denver is definitely a threat right now. They're still dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Especially now that they have a week to rest, they're going to be back going again. So I can see Kansas City seriously being challenged by Denver. And I can see Denver personally getting to that wild card spot. Like Kansas City and Denver is definitely making the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Now we'll see what the Raiders do once they get back Derek Carr. But Raiders still got a chance with Beast Mode there. So these Kansas City, Denver, and Raiders all have chances to get the playoffs right now. This could personally be an AFC West playoff year. All three of these teams can make the playoffs, depending on what happens in the AFC North and the AFC East. Chargers is Chargers right now. I think San Diego, like Phillip Rivers, I think Phillip Rivers, it may be time for him to retire too. Because the Chiefs are not going any further with him there. Like, it's just not working out. And like I said, the San Diego Chargers, or let's say the LA Chargers, they basically, again, rebuilding. They got to get a lot of pieces here together there. But to me, I don't see Phillip Rivers in the Chargers' future anymore. I think it's time for him to go. Green Bay. Okay, you say Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers at the end of the day. So, yeah, Green Bay is definitely, like I said, playoff team. They're doing good right now. They're on track. You know what I'm saying? Detroit just couldn't beat Carolina. And that was a tough game. I give Detroit that, but their problem is, like I said, we know Matt Stafford went down. Detroit gave it all, but Green Bay's going to take this division. I see Detroit now getting that wild card spot, definitely now. You know, so it's going to be Green Bay, Detroit like it was last year. Because, again, Minnesota is just not going to be doing too well right now. And then the Bears are the Bears. Bears are just in a horrible spot right now. So don't look for the Bears to even be in a category right now. And Vikings got Sam Bradford. I told you, I don't trust Sam Bradford at all. The NFC North is going to go down to Detroit and Green Bay. These two teams are going to be jockeying for position for number one right now. So, especially when these two teams play each other, that's going to be game of the week when Packers and Detroit play each other, when they see each other in their meeting. Now the Panthers, I give the Panthers a lot of credit right now. Ron Rivera knows how to put together a team. Okay, he knows how to keep this team in position right now. Cam Newton is a leader right now. The Panthers are right where they want to be right now. They're 4-1 right now. Atlanta, of course, is going to be challenging them too. Like Kansas City right now, they got another. I think Carolina's going to have a problem with Atlanta. Okay, we got to see how Carolina can react to Atlanta when they play each other. But again, I see Carolina might take this division. I know I got Atlanta getting the NFC North just because of the type of team they have, but if the Falcons keep giving up second half, you know what I'm saying, losses, they keep giving up 20-something points in a game, they're not going to be able to win at all. They're not getting to the playoffs giving up 20 points. The Falcons have a problem with finishing off football games. You know what I'm saying? Just like we saw in the Super Bowl, this was their main problem. This team, you know what I'm saying, they be up 21-0, but yet teams are able to come back from them. Matt Ryan is becoming too mediocre right now. Okay, this is too good of a team. This team has too good of a defensive offense for them to be just giving up points like that and losing, like they did last week. Okay, so I mean, the only way Atlanta's going to ever have a chance to win, they have to secure leads. If they can't secure leads, then a team like Carolina is going to basically run away with the division, and they're going to take the title. New Orleans, I mean, Drew Brees, like I said, I mean, I give him a lot of credit. He's been staying true to the organization. Drew Brees could have left this team a long time ago. He chose to stay. I mean, New Orleans don't really have much help right now. They still have it's a very young roster right now. They're another team that's basically rebuilding. Yeah, you got Adrian Peterson, but I told y'all, Adrian Peterson may not be such a good idea for them. Adrian Peterson is 33 years old. He's already had a lot of injuries, and he's already been slowed down tremendously over the last 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? AP is not the same AP from the Vikings, okay? This is a different team, different situation. The Saints don't even have a good offensive line neither, to be real with you, man. The Saints have the same problem as the Giants right now. There's no O-line to give them a good running game at all. Peterson really doesn't have nowhere to go with this team at all, so it's going to be tough. I know he took the money right now, and yeah, he was the best player they could have found in free agency, but, I mean, if you Adrian Peterson, you might as well just stay with the Vikings or went somewhere else to a team that had a better offensive line. He's not going to fit in with the New Orleans Saints at all. And plus, the Saints are a passing team anyway. They're not that much of a running team. Buccaneers, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to give Jameis Winston basically the I'm gonna give James Winston a chance. It's not war for the Bucks. The Bucks are come back. They're gonna take back that spot. I told you the Bucks. I got them in the wild card anyway. I think the Buccaneers got a chance to reach the playoffs this year. They definitely got a good team, but they're not gonna be down for too much longer. Okay. In the next 5 seasons, look for Tampa Bay to basically be challenging Carolina and Atlanta right now, or at least tying up with them for the AFC South title. I don't see this team being in fourth place for too much longer in that division. Philadelphia. Philadelphia is right where they want to be right now. They're comfortable right now. The Washington Redskins had a bye week. Okay, and plus they lost the last time they played. The Eagles are 4-1 right now. To me, Carson Wentz is proven to be a much better quarterback than Sam Bradford. Okay, Doug Peterson is proven to be the right replacement for Chip Kelly. And Chip Kelly wasn't bad at all. It's just they made him GM. But Doug Peterson, you know what I'm saying, he's showing you what he can do right now. He's doing a good job so far. The Eagles have a chance to basically run away with this division and take the NFC East. Of course, you know what I'm saying, the Redskins, we'll see how they do. You know, Kirk Cousins is playing well right now. He's not playing too bad at all. The Redskins have definitely had some very close games the past 4 weeks. So we'll see how the time will tell how good they do. But the Cowboys, I feel the Cowboys could get together. You know, so I got the Cowboys getting out the NFC East, challenging Philadelphia right now. Because the Giants are 0-5. We don't have to worry about the Giants. And speaking of Giants, looks like I was wrong about them. I'm going to stick a fork in the Giants and say they're done for the rest of the year. The New York Giants are not making the playoffs. They're done. Anytime you lose both Brandon Marshall and Odell Beckham Jr. at the same time in one game and out for the season, you're done. Yeah, Lito Shepard's all right, but he's not Odell Beckham Jr. and he's not Brandon Marshall at the end of the day. And plus, the New York Giants still don't got an offensive line. I don't know why the GM did not take an offensive lineman in the draft when he had the chance. I understand you needed a tight end, but offensive line is more than a tight end. Linemen nowadays are worth more than a skill guy's position. Because without a decent offensive line, your quarterback's not going to have time to get the ball off. Thus is why Eli Manning is playing so horribly. He has nobody to protect him at all. Plus, you don't even got a decent running game at all. The running backs they got are not that good. I'm sorry, but the running backs they got are average at best. These really, like I said, they're not Ahmad Bradshaw. They're not Brandon Jacobs. And I told y'all, McAdoo is not confident either. So yeah, the Giants are done. They might as well tank, get a first-round draft pick next season, either replace Eli Manning or focus on the offensive line for the next 3 years. Or next draft, get all offensive linemen because this team is done. They're finished. Seattle, I can tell you, man, Seattle, this is their division because the Rams are on the right track now. The Rams have been playing some good football, but again, we got to give Jared Goff some time to still materialize. The Rams are not bad, but I still say Seattle's going to get this division. The NFC West is theirs. Arizona, like I told y'all, Carson Palmer is another quarterback that needs to go. It's time for him to retire too. The Cardinals are not going to be doing anything with Carson Palmer there. Like it's time to start over again. Bruce Arians needs an entire new offense, especially since Fitzgerald is retiring as well. Larry Fitzgerald is like 35, 36 years old. It's time for him to go too. He's already had a long career there. So again, long as Pete Carroll has the Seattle Seahawks team, long as you still got Russell Wilson, Doug Baldwin, Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Bobby Wagner, this is still going to be a contending team. They're still going to be owning the NFC West. And 49ers are 49ers. They're back in rebuild mode. No more Colin Kaepernick. That era's done. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Vernon Davis has left. Patrick Willis, a lot of guys retired on this team. The 49ers are back to where they were in 2008 and 2007, 2006, and before this. They're basically trying to find a new system, trying to find a new identity. So the Niners, don't look for them to be contending the next 2 years. They're basically in rebuild mode. So again, that's what my progress is. Like I said, Seattle is definitely, you know what I'm saying, we'll see how they battle against the Rams right now. But again, Seattle's going to take the NFC West. Philadelphia look like they may, if the Redskins lose another game this week coming up, if the Cowboys can't win, you know what I'm saying, the games and can't win enough games for them to at least get a continuing record, then look for the Eagles to take the NFC East. And I know I'm a Cowboy fan, but I got to give the Eagles credit right now. They're playing hard. They're playing smart football. Dallas Cowboys' problem is that, like I said, the defense is giving up too much points. Okay, the defense has to force at least one turnover in the fourth quarter to give Prescott a chance to win the game. So there you have it. But yeah, the Chiefs are definitely the team to put money on right now. This is basically the best team right now. They're on fire as of now. They're 5-0 right now. Okay, and depending on the schedule right now, the schedule was winnable for them anyway. Like I said, this Chiefs team might be the team that makes a deep playoff run and might go all the way. Now remember, I said keyword might. I'm not saying they're gonna go to a Super Bowl and win it all. I'm just saying